competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Trying to get the edge on the right. Gets it to the 36-yard line. First down for this offense.
When you run it up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates.
Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of it. There he goes. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Sullivan. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off play action. Going for it all. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. He is flat slinging it. Tigers hope they can put together an offense like that Deshaun Watson-led group in 2015. It went for over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, and he was so hard to stick out. It was fun to watch, and you watch him scramble around, make plays with his legs. And this offense, it's kind of evolved over the years, and they've changed, but it's pretty much the same. They're going to feature their quarterback. They're going to throw the football, and he's usually a dang stud.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He wants to throw it again. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Coming out with it, it's Savage. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offense.
Going over the top. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time on. Starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Seminoles are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Just The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Might be calling a hot route. Back open in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Noles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida State. Fired in from the red zone for the score. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. They'll go to the air. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Caught near the sticks. It's Little. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. To the air, it's Bryant. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Looks as if we have... On that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Right on target this time.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They'll try to sneak it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Boy, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The official says no good. Guys, after that miss, we are still sitting on a 5-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. When you break into the top 5, halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
And the Noles are flying down the field. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Got his man quickly. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Finds his tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find it.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. They drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. DB's right up on the receivers. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Under fire. Using the quick game. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
They'll try the run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Smashes through the tackle. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Bryant. It's complete to the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. And on the left. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Under pressure and down. He was at the 33.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
Got his man on the right. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Going downfield for the big play. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Touchdown, Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Quarterback extends the play. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. No shot at a return. It's zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Makes it past the marker. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Little. The offense on second down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Quickly complete. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
He's brought down near the 49-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
Clemson set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units. In the entire country, they didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw, it's Bryant. He wants to go deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his back in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle. A pretty good yard.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Gets it out fast.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Second down, he'll throw it. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. And the Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Wants to throw it. Quick strike complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, no! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swing. Quick, now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Clemson, 6.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
To the air, it's Bryant. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Here's the handoff. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Clemson will send the punt team out. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Now watch the offensive line. All block run, because they're blocking run. The quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Here comes the 2-point try.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Bryant. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Anytime a blitz gets home that fast, I'm going to call it a lot, okay? I'm going to use this one time and time again until they find some answers to how we got that linebacker to the quarterback that fast.
Rush is on him. Pulls it in. It's Fowler. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown Seminoles. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense gets set for second down. To throw, it's Bryant. He's got him. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Team. Sling him to the ground. right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He'll pull it down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Catches it, pass. And still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that fourth down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him and to keep the drive alive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Now facing a third and long. Wants to throw again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And to the end zone. Touchdown, no! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sullivan. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing and making life so hard on this offense.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Hauls it in. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That return literally is going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
He'll throw it. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. Turning it on. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing first and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. That one pushes his lead out a little bit more. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. Looking for a huge play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he... couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just now on the same page with this target.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense.
Ready up. 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Back to pass. It's Bryant. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by just 1 over Minnesota. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. The Noles come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He'll try to do it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet and not remember it. Get it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
To the air, it's Bryant. Got a man, it's Sullivan. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good...
the Hoosiers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sutton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Pulls it, fired complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Montana. The screen, he's got wheels. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got it behind the line. It's Royer. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. Can't stare downward.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the...
Breaks into the open. He got loose, almost housed it, finally tracked down at the 32. The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Hits the open man. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buffalo! What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it on the right. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. leaves it with the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Sutton. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw. It's Montana. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
There he goes. Still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Guys, Colorado has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete to the left. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be changing the route. Quarterback keeps it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Stewart. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here comes the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Shakes off the defender. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
The Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. We've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Offense in a bunch formation. Moore will throw. Gonna let it fly. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Bucks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's looking deep. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Buffaloes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think, Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up and he plucked it.
Scanning the field, it's Stewart. Unloads it downfield. He's got it on the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Indiana.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Edwards. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, and start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Dropping back, it's Stewart. It's caught downfield. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Tate. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Looking to throw again. Buying some time. That's caught. It's Tate. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little... Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good to say. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero covers, like nobody covers him at all, and that's what they did right there. That's not good sound defense.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. He's going to run it. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Guys, Colorado has the lead here and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Direct snap. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add...
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Man, it's a really nice drive by this